Good morning. Welcome to another vlog. I was given the lovely gift of a headache right here, just on this side. And I have no idea why. It's so random. I don't wake up with headaches normally, like I've done before, but I don't know why this morning it's just here. So I'm having coffee to see if that helps a little bit. I don't want to drink any like medication before work. I just don't like early morning medication. I feel like it makes you feel like iffy for the rest of the day. So hopefully the coffee and some water will make it dissipate a little bit. But yeah, I am just getting ready for work. I'm going to the office. I think we have some sort of weather warning, weather alert for today or the next few days. So I think it's very windy, very rainy outside. So I have like a Columbia puffer coat on. So hopefully that protects me. And it has a little hoodie as well. I'm just getting ready. But I'm going to take this off because otherwise you're going to hear shh, 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 shh the whole time in the video. And that's going to be annoying. But we are just doing some makeup. I have a massive cup of coffee. I actually made this cup at the Clay Cafe a couple of years ago and I love it. Even though it's raining today, we will be doing sunscreen regardless. We are halfway through the week, which is great. It's great. It's been a busy week so far, but it's been good. It's been really good. And I'm excited for the weekend. I have a DIY project that I am potentially going to attempt this weekend. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to get all the supplies before the weekend. But if I do, I would love to attempt it, and I hopefully will be able to film that. I don't know why I have never thought about that, because I've been looking for something specific for a while in the shops, and if it's not like 1,000 to 2,000 rand, I can't find what I'm, like looking for and what I like. So I am very excited to potentially make this thing myself. Not make it, but just DIY it. And it will be to my liking and it will be pretty affordable. So I'm excited to potentially do that this weekend. If not, then hopefully next weekend. But yeah, today's an office day. And then the rest of the week I'll be working from home. I'm sad we don't have any public holidays coming up soon, because it just spoils you knowing that there's a public holiday coming up. But now we don't have any, so it's 4 weeks for us until August, I think. Yeah, the weather's been weird. The weather in Cape Town has been so annoying because it's sunny and it's kind of like, normal-ish temps, and then it's like freezing and raining. No wonder people are just, getting sick left, right, and center. I really do not want to get sick. Like, really not. So hopefully this headache is not some sort of indication that I'm busy getting sick. I should actually check my Aura app to see if there's any signs. Normally it gives you like an indication that something's off and something's coming. So I should actually check that to see. That would be interesting to see. But that's that. I did start exercising this week again after I took time off again. I went on my spiel last weekend on that stuff, so I'm trying to get back on track with that. Luckily, like, I have my walking pad, so even though it's raining and freezing outside, I don't have to go out, because that would just, I know I wouldn't do that. So the walking pad purchase is for sure paying off. It's the first winter that I have it, so it's going to be nice to try that out. So I'm just getting back into doing that. I do have some weights, like a year ago or so, maybe more. We bought some lightweights. It's very lightweight, and I'm just thinking if I should start incorporating that with my walking. I'm not sure if I want to. I very much despise any weight type of training. I'm very much a cardio person. So I don't know. It could be good for me. It could be. I know a lot of people that really, swear by weighted training, but it's just not something I've ever liked. But maybe I'll attempt it this winter. But yeah, I do feel good about getting back into my routine of walking. It's just really good for me, and it just changes the way I feel completely. And yeah, it's a lot more about how I feel than how I look for me, so that's good. We are also making a lot of progress with the TV unit. I will soon have to start unpacking the one that's here, and we need to take it off the wall, throw away stuff that we no longer want or donate or whatever, sort all of that stuff out. So that's happening, I think, soon. The issue is that, like, the one big hold up with this whole thing is that big piece of granite that we purchased needs to be cut in half, and I think Jason also wants to put a hole in it for the wires to go through behind the TV. So because of that, it's a little bit kind of tricky that we need to get that done. But cutting granite is not, it's not a simple task. You have to have the right tools to do that. We don't want to mess up the granite because it's, obviously we can't, undo what we do. So because of that, he needs to, get his stuff in order to be able to cut the granite. So other than that, we are making progress. I think we have a solution for the cabinet handles and like doorknobs that we want. So I feel very positive about that. We also got a new tap for the kitchen, which is super exciting. Very, very exciting. It was a very on the whim purchase, I would say. And I just am in such a mission to switch all the black stuff to gold, except these door handles that we have on. I am not replacing that because we just did that like a year ago, and all the hinges are black as well. And to take the door off and it's a mission. I would love to, but not right now. But for everything else, I wanted to really change the black to gold. So we got a gold tap in the kitchen now, which I am obsessed with. And luckily our black tap is such a good tap, so we're just packaging it back and storing it, because if we ever move into a house that requires like more than one tap, we're all sort of in that department. That's a really exciting thing. And then yeah, we're just kind of moving and grooving with this situation, and I'm just excited for it to be done, or like for us to start installing. I think the installation part is the part that really excites me, because I think the waiting, I'm just a little bit impatient sometimes, and I just want to like start installing. I think that's the fun part of it, and it feels like everything's hanging because of this project. We can't do anything else, and I know Jason wants to work on his Land Rover and get all of that stuff assembled. We would love to have that done by summer so we can do some beach trips with that. But for now, we need to focus on one thing at a time. So I am excited for it to also be done, so we can kind of move on and be like, oh, this is not done. It's also expensive. We're trying to do everything pretty cost effectively, and I think we're doing it to the best of our abilities, but it's still expensive though. So I'm also kind of overpaying for it. So I just want it to be done and move on from it. So yeah, that's the dealio on that. But I do feel very privileged that we can do that, for sure. I'm going to use this now today, because I think tonight I'll wash my hair. Oh, this stuff gives me the ick. Ugh. You know, like, you know what it reminds me of? I know people have this issue where they don't like a nail scratching on a chalkboard or whatever. Now this is giving me chalkboard vibes. I don't know, this like, because it feels like this dry shampoo is like chalky. So, I don't really know, but I'm gonna go get a brush. So I comb it out. And then I think, yeah, tonight I most probably will wash my hair. I think. Tonight or tomorrow morning. It depends. Either or. I normally take a, you know, like a elastic band or something with me, like a scrunchie. I normally have that in my bag just because this is fine for now, and then the more my hair like flops into my face, the more like I touch it, the more oily it gets, the more annoyed I am, the more unkept I feel, and then by the end of the day normally I put it up in a ponytail or something. So let's see if that happens today. But just want to put on some jewelry, and then the plan is just to read Bible, and then I'm gonna hit the road. I packed just a can of soup, the usual, and an apple for lunch today, and I made myself a big cup of coffee for the road in my travel mug, and that's basically it. I'm gonna see what we can do tonight. When I get back from the office today, it might be a little bit later, but then because I have late meetings, but then maybe I can maybe show you like what's on the shelf currently and like what we plan to keep and stuff like that. That might be nice to just do an audit of what's there, and I'll walk you through like what that looks like and stuff. And then maybe on the weekend, I don't want to start packing it off the shelves and then it all stands around. I want to know from him, like, by when do you think you're bringing the new cupboards in, so that I can kind of work with that date and work like backwards, because I just don't want to start something now and then it like hangs around. I get very overstimulated from clutter, like badly. I can tolerate it for like a short period, and then I have like a switch flip, and then everything has to go. So I don't want to get to that point because I don't like that. But yeah, so I don't want to back it out, but maybe we can just go through it and I can show you what's on there. There's like good stuff on there, and then there's like a little bit of nonsense on there. For sure, stuff that has just always been there and we've never made the effort of taking it down, because this TV unit or wall unit that we have now has not ever been my aesthetic. I've never liked it, so you then tend to not put that much effort into it to like decorate it and stuff like that. But yeah, so we just kind of left with stuff that's there is there. I've never made an effort with it, but now it's nice because now we're gonna have a new TV unit that's more my vibe and stuff like that. So that's more fun to decorate. But yeah, so that we have a combination of nonsense and stuff that I do not like anymore, and we can give it to someone or throw it away or whatever the case may be. And then there's really good stuff. We have a lot of books, or a fair amount of books, I would say. And I do want those displayed somehow, somewhere in the living room. And we have a bunch of Starbucks cups, because the one thing we do is collect those per location that we go to. So those need to be displayed somewhere. And then some other knickknacks and random stuff. I also don't want the new TV unit to be overcluttered with a bunch of stuff. It doesn't need to be. We do have ample storage, so some stuff can go into the drawers or the cupboards. But I'm going to just finish my coffee, read my Bible, and then get going. So I will chat to you afterwards. It's the next morning, so let me catch you up on what happened yesterday. So I told you about my headache and stuff, and I was like sold that it was gonna just go away because I'm not someone that suffers severely from migraines and stuff like that. So I was like, I'm gonna drink a Baraka, I'm going to have a coffee, I had tea, I ate some chicken soup, so I was like, it's gonna be fine. It ended up not being fine, and I just started feeling sicker throughout the day. And yeah, the headache it was so bad at a point. And I ended up coming home from work and going and lying down. I took some medication and just called it a day. Basically, I was like, I'm not going to pick up the camera. I really just want to rest. So that's how that ended up being. But I think the meds worked because I didn't wake up with a headache this morning. So that's gone. I do feel a little bit like weak. So I still don't feel great, but the headache's gone. So I guess it's making it a little bit more manageable, I would say. So yeah, luckily I'm working from home today, so I don't need to get out into this weather because Cape Town's having a tantrum and we have a storm going on right now. It's like a weather tantrum. So I think that also added yesterday like fuel to the fire. I had to get out into the rain and then going to a heated, building and then getting out again. I think there's a combination of things that played a role in why I didn't feel great. So I'm just staying in today and keeping warm. Obviously, I'm gonna make a hot water bottle now, but I'm just quickly folding laundry. It's my chore for this morning before I start working. I did wash my hair this morning as well, which I don't know, it always makes me feel good. I don't know, washing hair has the ability to always just make me feel like, I don't know, just a little bit better. I do want to see if I can do some treadmill walking this afternoon. It depends on how the day goes and if I, feel fine. I won't do anything intense, but I find that on Monday when I walked on the treadmill, it really made me feel good. So I just do like a light pace. I'm not doing something super intense, but I think the movement is really good for me. And I have some YouTube videos that I want to watch and stuff. So I think after work day, if I feel up for it, I think I need to do that. And then I know yesterday I said I want to show you like this TV unit and like just to go through all the knickknacks and stuff that we have here and the plan with a lot of these things. So that's still the plan, that we can chat through that this afternoon. But I thought I would just give you an update that yesterday completely went like belly up for me. Anyway, I will then chat to you this afternoon when work is done. I feel like this vlog is just a disaster because I was also planning on finishing like work on time, but now I was still doing some stuff and I was like, I'm gonna be strict with my time today, and then I just got distracted. So I feel like everything that I've planned for this vlog has not worked out. So I feel kind of a little bit like a failure because this is not even worth uploading, I would say, which is not great, but I'm gonna upload it anyway. It is what it is. But I am sitting in front of this TV unit thing now here in the lounge and just looking at everything. It's not a big task, I would say. It looks like a lot of things, but it's not really. I think to unpack it is going to be like, I would say 20 minutes. max, and I know what I want to throw out. The hurdle that I face is to get past Jason, because his idea of what can be thrown out is very different to my idea. So I can see how that could potentially not work out for me really well. But there is some stuff that I think we need to get rid of. So it's more like getting him on board with that, because otherwise he would just keep everything. So I think that's my only challenge with this. But let me show you what I'm working with, and please no judgment here. We are not currently taking care of this unit. Like, we're just piling stuff on just because we know this is going to change. So it looks terrible, and it shouldn't look like this. But let me show you. So basically, where I'm sitting, this is the TV unit. So we have like cabinets all over here that is storing some, majority is like PC stuff and PlayStation and Xbox stuff and hard drives, stuff like that. Then obviously that is a TV. And then this is just stuff that I've been piling on, knowing that the stuff needs to be placed on the new unit. So those are my puzzles, some board games, just some random stuff. These are all my magazines. These are like Vogue's, Love magazine, stuff like that. Harper's Bazaar, I think, is also there. That needs to go on the new unit, plus some books. Then this, I don't know if this thing is playing music, or I'm not necessarily familiar with what this is, but this apparently needs to go here again, which I'm not necessarily happy with, but it's not mine. Then there's a soundbar there that will go on, and it has a dedicated spot. Then like random taper candles, I will take the candles out, throw the candle holders away, and just keep the candles. And then this is a computer that needs to go inside the TV unit, the new one. There's some iPads, stuff like that, some plants, a lamp that I need to replace as well, some picture frames. These are Starbucks cups, are location cups, and then these location cups as well. So those, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but it needs to go somewhere on display because it's like our memories. But I'm not sure it will go on the new unit just because it doesn't really fit in with the vibe. Then, oh, that's another cup that we got in Colorado. Some, I don't know, GIS archaeology type of stuff that Jason has collected over the years. Same with that. I don't really know what's in there. And then we have some more books over here that I don't know yet. We need to work through these books and see what's like, fine to keep. But yeah, that's, so you can see it's like a bunch of nonsense and then just some random stuff that we've collected, but we need to work through it and decide what is, what should be displayed versus what we should store versus what we should let go of. But yeah, I'm thinking that potentially on the weekend I can start with that, if not tomorrow. So that's the gist of that situation. We just need to like work through that. But I am a little bit hungry. I don't really know what I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna check the freezer. The issue is I don't feel like making food. It looks like I'm gonna have to make like a meal if I'm wanting to have anything, which I don't want to do. We don't have any more bread. Well, we have like one slice, but I thought I could just make like a, I don't know, tuna and mayo toast or something, but we don't have any more, well, we don't have enough bread. So I don't actually know what I'm gonna eat tonight, but I need to eat something because otherwise I start snacking like later and watching TV, and then it's all fun and games, and then I'm like wanting to snack, and then it's when the unhealthy shouldn't be snacking on this late at night stuff comes out, and I'm trying to avoid that because we're trying to be a little bit better, because I have been eating nonsense the last couple of weeks and I just don't want to do that anymore. So I don't actually know. I'm going to figure it out, and then the plan is to walk for 30 minutes on the treadmill. I think I might walk first and then let my brain kind of think about what here am I willing to like spend time and effort making that's healthy. And then what are we going to do after that? I think then we're going to call it a night, go watch a movie, watch on TV. There might be some good stuff on TV to watch. Actually, isn't there something? There's a series on Prime that I've seen people recommend, and not everything that people recommend I actually like, but some stuff I do, so I want to check it out. I am just someone that struggles to get into any series. It takes me, I need to like push through at least like 2 to 3 episodes to really get invested. Some there's like outliers where that's concerned. I remember when I watched Scandal, I watched that in 2015 and I was hooked from episode 1, and I don't remember how many seasons there were, but that's still my all-time favorite series. But then I spoke about watching Desperate Housewives again, so maybe tonight I can watch, another episode or 2 of that. I cannot start watching PLL again. I've now watched that whole series, I don't know if it's 3 or 4 times that I've watched that, like through from start to finish, and I did that either the beginning of this year or the end of last year. I cannot recall, but I can't do this like right now. I need to give like another year to forget what I've watched and then watch it again. I don't know, something about that attracts me and like keeps me wanting to watch it again and again. So I could watch that. There was this one, I have one recommendation though, on Netflix. It's called, I think, The Residence. Not The Residence. I think it's called The Residence. And it's like a crime. They need to solve like a crime. But it has like good humor in it as well. And it kind of keeps you at the edge of your seat. And it's just a good story. Like, it's just a fun, but like keeps you, entertained series. And I'm sad that there's not another season, or, we just need to wait. But I thought that was great, and I was hooked from episode 1 with that one. So I recommend that. I don't know if it's everyone's cup of tea, but like if there's more of that kind of series out there, I would watch that. And that is my spiel on watching TV. I'm gonna walk on this treadmill now. It's freezing. It is literally freezing. The rain has stopped. I don't know if we are now done with rain and if it's not just going to be cold for the rest of the week. But for now, there's no rain outside, so we're kind of good in that department. But we'll see. It's freaking freezing in here. So I'm excited to take a shower after I walk and then get into my bed with my electric blanket on, because that is like my treat. It's like my ultimate thing that I'm looking forward to in the evenings. So let me go and muster up the actual energy and willpower to go and put shorts on in this freezing cold and a t-shirt, and to actually put on that treadmill and walk for 30 minutes. I normally do an hour. That's normally how long I walk, but today I'm only doing 30 minutes because I cannot deal. So I am finished doing my walking. I know I look very silly, but I like my hair completely out of my face when I do a walk or run, any form of exercise. I get extremely overstimulated with my hair down, and my hair was down the whole day, which is kind of enough. But I decided, even though this is not necessarily the actual meal that I want to eat, we do have this, and this is relatively healthy even though it's crumbed. But it's this lemon and herb egg portions from Woolies. I'm gonna have 2 of these just like that, and I'll put some lemon on top. And Jason's bringing me some ice water from Spa, because that is my all-time favorite treat, and it has it has 5 calories. So that is a really nice treat for me. So I'm gonna make this jump into the shower, and then hopefully he's here, and then we can go to bed. Okay, so I'm done. I have my pajamas on, I'm clean, I'm moisturized, my electrical blanket's on. That reminds me I need to put Jason's on as well. He's on his way home. Everything is in their place, and my fish cakes are done. So I'm very happy. Maybe I can show you what they look like. There you can see a little bit. There you go. Does look really good, so I am excited for that. I'm gonna put a little lemon juice on it, and then I'm just gonna eat that. So while I was like getting, you know, into the shower and like doing my skincare stuff, I've had this playlist for a long time, and I like to, in winter, not a long time, but like more than one season, and I like to listen to this like in winter, or whenever I like just want to feel like autumn cozy vibes. It's this playlist, you can see there, that's on Spotify. It's like a Gilmore Girls playlist. I think it's one of the top ones if you like search on Spotify for Gilmore Girls playlist, and it just has all this like the, you know, songs of the series and just like cozy vibes. So yesterday when I was driving to work, it was like pouring down with rain, and I was like, this is the perfect opportunity in a calm state, cozy vibes.
Jason Turtle,
Grape, and maybe the peach nectarine. Sorry, that's Jason. That's getting my eyes water. He was just wondering what flavors I want. But it's funny when he calls, because I have a little turtle bit like after his name's like saved in my address book, contact list, whatever. So whenever he like calls the phone out loud, and I've been in so many situations where I'm like, oh my goodness, let me just answer quickly, because it reads out his name, and but it reads out the word turtle. So it'd say Jason Turtle is calling, and I'm like, no, you shouldn't read the emoji after his name. So I need to change that, because I do not need that. Like in so many times in public that's happened, and I was like, oh geez, people must think what's happening. So anyway, but what was I gonna say? Oh, anyway, I was trying to work, it was cozy, whatever, and I played this playlist, and I played it now again, and it's just a good playlist. It's calm, it's not very upbeat, you know, like Gilmore Girls vibes. So if that's kind of your thing, that's a really nice playlist to just have as like background noise. Anyway, I'm gonna end this vlog now. I'm so sorry that it was so super uneventful and I look like an idiot, but it's just always super nice to film and chat to you guys. It feels like therapy, honestly. I love it. So thank you if you've come this far in the video. I appreciate you so much, and I'm excited for the next vlog. Bye.